Volvemos ya con nuestro último keynote para cerrar el contenido de este evento durante 5 días. Quiero presentarles a...
This is the last keynote. I want to introduce a very well-known company. I remember when I went to the cinema with my grandma and my cousins to watch the Disney movies. I think that for all generations, from the 60s onwards, this company has been happiness, content, entertainment. And now you're going to see that with this presentation, it means more to society. I want to welcome Belén Urbaneja. She's the Director of Corporate Social Responsibility, Brand Management and Diversity and Inclusion from Walt Disney Company Latin America. Welcome, Belén. I want to thank Walt Disney Company for sponsoring this online edition of the School of Governance of the Internet. It's great to have such an important company that means so much for many generations all over the world. Welcome, and you can tell us about the company and show your presentation. You are going to focus on childhood well-being and digital environments. Welcome, Belén. The floor is all yours. Thank you. How are you? Thanks for the invitation. I'm going to share my screen.
Bueno, ahí estamos. Me parece que estamos bien.
Perfectamente.
Bueno, un placer estar acá y compartir.
It's a great pleasure to be here with you and to share what we are doing as regards childhood, well-being, and digital environments. It's a topic that we're passionate about as a company, especially from the point of view of social responsibility. I've been working for the company for 24 years, and this is one of the things that I enjoy the most, because I was always interested in education. And in Latin America, we know that education is very important. I'm going to start with my presentation. The idea is to tell you a little bit about the environment, about the particular context we are living. It's something that has been mentioned in this conference, and we read about it in the newspapers every day. But this overexposure to the digital environment and the strengthening of digital links and the always present online content through different devices call us to take care of those in those environments, to protect them. On the other hand, it was also clear with this pandemic that there's a digital gap and also a gap as regards devices. We need to address that issue and to work on the different inequalities that exist. This makes us think how we can contribute to this as a company. What can we do? We are leaders in entertainment. We reach millions of kids and families with our contents through different platforms, and that gives us a huge responsibility, the responsibility to contribute and to offer trustworthy environmental environments for kids. And it's not only that, but also the opportunity that we have here. It's a responsibility as well as an opportunity, and it has to do with the stories that we share, that we are fully convinced that can change realities. Through our stories, we offer kids the possibilities to dream, to think that their dreams come true. And this is the great opportunity that we have as a company, kids are exposed to a lot of content, and this content can be a very useful tool to positively contribute to their development. I want to show you a video that talks about the power of the Disney stories.
Con el poder de la imaginación, transformamos el mundo. Creamos nuevos universos. Desafiamos lo imposible. Y cuando ese sueño se conecta con el sueño de millones de personas alrededor del planeta, la magia ocurre. Todos los días, a cada hora, a cada minuto, a cada segundo, alguien en algún lugar del planeta está viviendo una experiencia Disney. Porque la vida está hecha de historias, y contar grandes historias es nuestra vida. Historias de galaxias distantes, o de un futuro sombrío, de mundos mágicos donde todo puede suceder, de personas extraordinarias capaces de transformar el mundo, o de personas comunes con una vida extraordinaria. Con el poder de la imaginación, lo imposible sucede.
¡Hey!
Bien, ahí volvimos. Bueno, esto es un poco, ¿no? Lo que nosotros decimos siempre y estamos
This is
convencidos.
what we always say. We are fully convinced about it. As regards stories, stories are powerful. We can change the world through these stories that we tell. Everything starts with imagining a possible future, a different future. I'm sorry. I think that it was Walt Disney who said that what we are living now is something that somebody dreamed about someday. We think that the first step is to imagine something and then to make it true. And what we don't show as a company in content, kids may think that it doesn't exist. And that is something that also shows us the powerful transformation that stories may offer. We need to talk about the risks and opportunities of digital media. We are conscious, aware of the impact of our content, and that's why we are fully committed to work and to offer our expertise and resources as a company to help this be an opportunity for kids and not a risk. So first of all, we work together with specialists to offer a responsible offer of safe and adequate content for different ages. And also we are trying to make it not only a Disney job, but also to be something for the industry as a whole. And we always invite the rest of the media companies, entertainment companies, to be part of this idea. We need to think that kids are seeing content all day, and there are no borders between kids and adult content. So that's why we need to be extremely responsible about the content we offer. So when we talked about what we do, what we need to do is to develop content that is adequate according to the different age levels and the understanding of the different age groups that we want to reach. Responsible marketing, we take care about content so that we are extremely careful with marketing, not resorting to strategies appealing to urgency in consumption or violence or promoting discrimination or stereotypes. And also we work a lot as regards online and physical security. Since we take care a lot about physical security in our experiences as a company, we also need to take care of online security. And that's why personal data privacy is vital. In all our platforms, we don't ask data to children using our platforms. We don't allow third parties or business partners to use our image to ask children data. We always ask for adults' consent when kids need to enter a site. We always make sure that there is adults' consent. And as regards social media, which is something that we have been working a lot, we're extremely careful which are the influencers that we hire, what we share in social media, which audiences we target. So basically, and to tell you a little bit about the resources that we have developed, we are sure that any learning experience, whenever there is feelings involved, there's going to be a higher effect, the effect of including kids and knowledge. So when there are feelings, it's better to acquire knowledge, and it's safer as well. When kids emotionally connect with our stories, they can learn in a better way. That's why we were developing these tools and resources that allow teachers to work in the classroom and to help children learn. Some key aspects we are working on. In 2012, we started with ChicosNet, which is an organization focusing on this topic through a program to promote awareness of parents, teachers, and children on online security and responsibility in digital environment. Then we started developing educational resources, teacher training, and focusing a little bit more on developing skills, not only talking about safe use, but a positive use of technology, how to make technology a development opportunity to face an ever-changing world. It is necessary for kids to have this technical knowledge and skills that would allow them to use technology to develop themselves and to develop communication, creativity, critical thinking, communication, etc. So we started developing other resources that I'm going to show you, but to develop these 21st century skills and education and technology to connect children with this kind of disciplines through technologies. I'm going to show you some of these tools that we have developed. In a box, it's a tool that we developed with Khan Academy, offering content related to the developing a movie in Pixar. And through this platform, students start losing interest in the academic content in secondary school because the topics are not interesting for them. But then when we, for example, connect math with how to make an animated movie, there's a different kind of interest, and they start to get interested in getting to know, so feelings are involved, and maybe they remember a movie or they like the movies, and they have a different kind of connection. This platform that is available in Spanish, English, and Portuguese is free of charge, and it allows to follow your progress and to use it in a personal way. It has already been used by 150,000 users in Latin America. And we launched the second part of this tool through another program that is called Imagineering in a Box. Different activities developed by Walt Disney Imagineering and Pixar and Khan Academy. And this is a learning experience that has to do with developing your own theme park. Imagineering are the ones that develop the theme parks of Disney. And it's like sharing the knowledge to see how science, math, art are used to develop a theme park, the different attractions. And this is also available and is focused on kids between 11 and 18 years old. And it was developed by specialists in these topics such as art, science. The next one has to do with video games.
Educational video games with the theme of our movies, developed to celebrate Hora del Código. So they spend 1 hour programming. Some of them are tutorial. And the other one, you have Great Heroes also. More than 2 million users play with these games in the region. They have all the elements of a video game, whether it is a mission, with all the elements, but they learn you teach code lines in order to program some of the elements, and by combining this, you can give direction, you can accomplish your missions, and you can do this within any intermediary, and just by playing connecting with our favorite Walt Disney characters, connecting with emotions and with our interests. So this is some of the other developments that we did. We are working with Chicas en Tecnología by bridging the technology divide or closing the gap. For us is a priority. We launched this initiative that is called Girls in Technology, seeking or pursuing the inclusion of women in technology and in the digital revolution. We had the Girls of the Future, driven by Disney, for 200 teenage girls in Argentina, Mexico, Peru, and Uruguay, and having social impact by driving digital technology. So we're going to have people from Disney participated with inspirational talks that have to do with the technological projects, etc. We are very satisfied. We're glad. We have a lot of attendees And this initiative is just starting. The next one is our alliance, our partnership with First. Lucasfin and Disney partnered for the World Organization of this first conference that hosts these conventions where you have teams registered w- with with challenges in robotics and in science with all the characters of Star Wars. And it was very interesting with the way that children related to this proposal, that relate with the characters, number of attendees, and everything that has to do with these sort of theme conferences. And I'm sure that we're going to pursue many more in the future. And Thinker Lab is another project that we have organized with Chicos.net. Intends to have a promotion of the skills for the year 21, and we try to promote skills in children like storytelling, empower children to tell them stories combining analog and digital media, and the purpose of which is to promote creativity through technology and to stimulate the development of skills that are necessary for this new era. Everything has to do with developing skills like creativity, digital literacy, critical thinking, etc. Thinker Lab has to do with storytelling. That is at the core of this technology. I'm going to show you a video because I think my time is up. Right? Can we watch this video? Thank you.
Este proyecto que denominamos Tinker Lab es un proyecto que nos entusiasma mucho porque combina el expertise de Disney con algunas búsquedas que está haciendo la educación. Es una iniciativa que a través del storytelling y las experiencias maker busca inspirar a los chicos contando historias transmedia, donde los chicos pueden combinar medios digitales con elementos físicos y de esa forma desarrollar habilidades como la creatividad, el pensamiento crítico y la alfabetización digital.
E aí, vou explicar para vocês um pouquinho.
Bueno, les contamos un poco quiénes estamos acá.
El día de hoy vamos a ver un actuador que se llama...
En la base de este proyecto tenemos algunos conceptos claves, como son la cultura maker, de aprender haciendo, el concepto tinkering, de inventar, experimentar, y el enfoque STEAM, por sus siglas en inglés, ciencia, tecnología, ingeniería, arte y matemática.
Cuando sea grande quiero ser ingeniero robótico, construir autos que no salga humo, que sea electricidad y todo eso.
Me gustaría hacer de grande animaciones y lo decidí hoy.
De esto no me olvido más.
Bien, bueno, la etapa piloto de este programa.
Right. And the pilot test was announced in 2019 together with Chicos.net and with local partnerships in Mexico and in Brazil, Instituto Cresar, where we had Disney volunteers that were key in the work we did to bring this experience to the classrooms. The first objective is to create a transformational experience to train teachers and through different training courses to assess the impact and the methodology on girls and boys with this technology, where we worked a lot because it was important for us to see how this impacts on children's skills and in their activities. Evidence reveals that the methodology of this the methodology design is quite a finding that is going to contribute with the ongoing improvement of the skills development initiatives and the methodology used in Latin America to be implemented in classrooms effectively. Some of the resources that this tool includes: it helps teachers methodologies, how to use the methodologies, what to do at home, things that we have at hand in our homes that we can use in teaching, some case solving problems that we can also use in classroom, and the assessments that we can use also in classroom. We're going to continue with using with Tinkerlab. So far, we have not been able to find um, anything else. However, what the what the pandemic brought in terms of skills and all that, we're always connected with stories, with storytelling, with characters. So, why do we do this? Because we believe that it's good for families and for children, it's good for the business. What happens on screen eventually impacts on the off-screen world, and perceptions are primary, especially during the training stages, during the school years. So we will pursue further education for children and what we do and to drive new opportunities. We always wonder what happened if school children could see that their dreams could be something achievable or reachable, that they're protagonists of their own stories, or if they develop their own skills to live their lives in a different way or doing by playing. And what is the role or the key role that we play? What are the kids doing? What are they doing in their screens? What are they using? And how can Disney can contribute and contribute with these resources and bring this to the table? Thank you, Belén. There are a couple of questions, but first of all, I would like to tell you some of the comments. Everybody was emotional when we were watching this video. Some words of encouragement when you had the sore throat. And many of you said they are not aware of these projects. I knew some of them. I was surprised to find designing virtual spaces and games, creating code. That was super important for teenagers and to be introduced in the way in the world of programming that are visually attractive. I really liked the kid when it says, "I will never forget this again." This is all available in the designcommitment.com. All these resources are available online. They're to be used for free in classroom, at home, or if you want to use it somewhere else. And also we have a question. If idiomatic expressions are adopted, how do you adapt language? My children are young adults, but sometimes children are speaking in neutral Spanish and they look funny. So, I wanted to ask you this question. Yes. Whenever we launch regional resources to be used in the Spanish speaking world, we use neutral Spanish and Portuguese for Brazil. I have a story. We dubbed some of the movies in local Argentinian Spanish. We did that in Mexico, whatever. We are used to neutral Spanish ever since we're born. We watched the first movies, In some of the cases, we have local product launches. So in that case, we use the local language or the Argentine accent, but then we use neutral Spanish for the whole region. And the other question is, what kind of license do you have for the material? If it can only is a view only content, or if some of the material could be edited. All the material is available in the website. There are many resources for teachers and for parents, and many of it could be customized. It's editable, so you have all the resources to deploy it. And if you want to change it, you may do it. It's at your disposal. Thank you very much, Belén. Are there any final conclusions? I love your talk. Very impressed. Especially children doing things and being so happy, and it's going to be impactful in their lives. So for those of you that are listening to the presentation, I'm sure that you can communicate this message and what this saying brings to the table. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me the chance to share this. My email is right there. That is Belén.urbaneja.dsa.com @dsa.com. Okay, thank you, Olga, for helping me during the presentation. Thank you for giving me the chance. And, we're all human beings.
Thank you so much. And if you agree, we are going to share your presentation with the students and the videos, if it's possible. Let me know later. Thank you so much. I hope that you are well, that you are taking care of yourselves. Are you in Buenos Aires? Yes. Maybe someday we'll meet face to face. Have a nice weekend. Thank you so much. And I want to thank Disney Corporation for being a sponsor of this school. And greetings from Oscar and Adrián and all the team that is helping us with this online edition. Bye. 1 minute and we'll be back.